Hey everybody, today we have Disney's Gargoyles Awakening board game from Ravensburger Games. I was told I should do more research on gargoyles next time that I do a gargoyle video. My bad. Let's see if I can do some research and know the different some of the different characters. This is Goliath. I think this is Broadway. Uh, I'm not sure about all the different characters. I'm sorry. But this guy's Lexington. This guy's Brooklyn. There's like a big female gargoyle. This guy's Broadway. I'm not sure what the dog's name is. This is Goliath then. Demetra or something is the bad girl's name. There's a NPD police officer, female police officer. She has a name. Not sure about her name. And then there's like Xanthros is the bad guy. It's has voices from Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation. It says Scotland 994 AD, the inhabitants of a medieval castle are protected from ruthless invaders by the mysterious race of powerful and noble creatures. Stoned by day, alive by night, they are gargoyles led by the mighty Goliath and the beautiful Demona. However, the uneasy alliance between humans and gargoyles is soon betrayed, and the gargoyles are put under a spell for 1,000 years. But by whom? Manhattan, 1994. One by one, a small clan of surviving gargoyles finally awakens, only to find their castle resting atop a New York skyscraper owned by wealthy industrialist David Xanatos. Xanatos wants them to recover valuables stolen by commandos. But after 1,000 years, can humans be trusted? This thrilling edge-of-your-seat adventure is packed with special effects from Disney's legendary animators and voice talents of Ed Asner, Jonathan Frakes, and Marina Sirtis from Star Trek. Now you can swoop to Gargoyles up on video, which I happen to have the VHS thing. That's how I'm cheating here, because that was what it said on there. It was a movie, and then there's like this Gargoyles game that you get to see a bonus of. It has these cards. I've done an unboxing of this game before. It has these kind of cards. It has NYPD blue cards. Has a spinner. So I'm just wondering if Ravensburger, by chance, took the Gargoyle the movie board game from this VHS. Yes, I still have the VHS of like the pilot episode. This like does like this does like the it puts like the first 5 episodes of Gargoyles together. because it's kind of like the pilot episode. And just for fun and games, here is the board for that Gargoyle game. It's a simple move and fight type game, so I'm hoping this is a lot better than that. But in this particular game, you basically try to move and get to the Xantos building first. That's basically it. When you land on certain spots, you grab certain cards, and you have to do pretty much what those cards say. But also, it's an interactive game, so while you're doing all that, you're watching this VHS taped thing. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so you got a bonus, and I haven't even gotten around to the regular Gargoyles game. So, Stone by day, warriors by night, we are gargoyles. So this looks like, from the back here, this looks like it's going to be totally different compared to that movie game. Work together as Goliath. That would be that one, Goliath. Brooklyn. I think he's Brooklyn. Broadway. I think he's Broadway. Lexington. I think he's Lexington. Elsa. She's Elsa. Hudson. Is he Hudson? To protect Manhattan from Xantos and Domina. Looks like they should have had a Xantos and Domina figurine too, because that would be just freaking cool. Why not? Why did they not give us those figures? Should have. If this is a Kickstarter type game, they would have said, you get these bonus figures if you back us, or whatever. I might have gotten some of these wrong, but that's Dominion and that's Xantos. I know. I may have got some of those wrong. But when I open the game, they'll probably tell me which ones are which, and I won't get them wrong. Let's see. To protect Manhattan from Xantos and Dominion in 4 different episodes: Information Warfare, Temptation and Magic, Reawakening, or Battle with the Steel Clan. So there's 4 different games you can play in this one game. And possibly, maybe there's a legacy element where you can play one episode, then go to the next episode, and what you did in the last episode combines with the first previous episode. So let's find out. And we're back. So it's called Awakening, and that one was called the movie Heroes Awaken. Awakening. 1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans. We had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by the magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again! Gargoyles. So here's an example setup. Components. Board setup. Playing Gargoyles Awakening. Hero phase. Hero cards, basic actions, hero play cards, hero attacks, stun attacks, healing, special abilities, sample hero phase, villain phase. You got minor villain activation, villain and minion activation, villain attack, special text, sample villain phase, refresh phase, place a new token, items. The episodes, you got Reawakening, Temptation and Magic, information warfare and battle with the Steel Clan. They got like special rules and setups for different, episodes. Constructing the buildings. You got the studio building, which is green, the multi-level building, which is purple, the L-shaped building, which is blue, the Erie building, which is yellow, and the police clock tower, which is red. You don't have the castle? It sucks. A reference guide. Hero phase, villain phase, refresh phase, items, dice icons. Well, there she is. There she is. Domenia. Then you got Goliath. You got I think those are the robot gargoyles right there. Then you got her and her gargoyles. And you got Xanthos here and some more of his robot gargoyles. So that's pretty neat that they did that. Look at that. They did all that great artwork on the back that they did not have to do. It's good. That was unnecessary, but I like it. Here's the board. And of course you put the different buildings will go into different spaces, which maybe I'll show you later. I think this is all the buildings that you build. Oh yeah, I think the castles on the police clock. I think that's how it looks. So that looks like that's the buildings. We got different tokens here. Looks like those are villains. There's some more buildings. This is a different building. Maybe this is the castle. Check this bag out. See what's in this bag. You got this point marker, it looks like. No, health marker. H. Heart for health. Health marker. Got Elsa. So that's her health. Different stats here. So I guess this game has like a little marker thing. Yeah, it has these right here that you use to go up and down on health. Okay. Then you got Goliath here. So let's just get the characters as we get them. So here's Elsa. It's actually Eliza, not Elsa, not Anna, not Elsa Nada, not from Frozen. My bad. And we got Goliath here. Specials, daytime. That would be Goliath. So these are color coded to the character here. These are color coded to the hero card, basically. Got Broadway specials. What they can do in the daytime. Because in daytime they're stone, right? So that would be this one. Brooklyn. They don't have a thing of the. That would be him. They don't have a. Apparently, they don't have a. He's red too. Interesting. Hudson. Like I said, so that would be him. So they don't have a character for the dog. You got Lexington here. And then here are the 4 scenarios. You got Reawakening, which the 4 scenarios also happen to have the same images on them that were on the back of the board. Win condition, lose condition, rules, what to do in the daytime, special daytime rules, components, how to set up, information warfare, win, lose, rules, daytime, components, setup. Temptation and magic, win, lose, rules, daytime, spell effects, temptation and magic, components, setup. Battle with the steel claw. So I guess each one of these can be played, and then if you go to the next one, you could go to the next one and play the next game if you won. Win, heroes win, villains win. The other ones just said win or lose. Rules, daytime, components, setup. So unfortunately, the villains didn't get their own. Here's some tokens. Here's some dice which have claw marks, and some have energy clips. Like I said, unfortunately, the villains, they have all these different pieces which work for the different, villains, whatnot. Here's a microchip. So in each one, here's like a magic potion spell thing. Here's like another chip. Here's a magic book. So some of these are for different, things. And then you've of course got these different basic thugs. These basic thugs. Several of these basic thugs here. And then on the back of the basic thugs, there are there's another of those chips. We don't even use these floppy disks anymore, so that's pretty interesting, because in the television series was at the time when people were still using floppy disks. Now we use CDs. So here's the basic thugs, right? And after you defeat them, you flip them and they're almost dead. And I believe they get defeated twice. I think that's how that works. Got these chips, which I'm not sure about. But then, of course, you have a bunch of these robot-looking gargoyles that kind of look like Goliath, like a robot version of Goliath. So you got a bunch of those, for example. And, of course, again, same concept. First hit, second hit, out of the game, probably. Then you have this bad guy, which is another gargoyle. And then you have this bad guy, which is also another gargoyle. Looks like a Goliath, but maybe this is a clone of Goliath, or Goliath under the magic spell or whatever. Then you have, of course, Xanathos and Demina, which I really think it would have been cooler if they would have just gave us miniatures to these two, and maybe even miniatures for the thugs. But again, something they didn't really have to do is, since they didn't give us miniatures, which would have been cooler, they gave us art pieces, and the art pieces happen to have front art and back art, so front and backs. So that's nice. But I would have preferred, me and probably everybody else would have preferred, if they would have just gave us miniatures like they did for the 6 gargoyles. And it would have been pretty sweet if they would have went all out and gave us miniatures for literally everybody else. I mean, would that night have been sweet? If you don't think that would be sweet, then I don't know what to tell you, because I swear that would be like the awesomest thing to have done possible. Like, seriously, in the history of awesomeness, that would have been awesome. They didn't do that, so they're not as awesome as I thought they would be. Just, no, it's cool. That would have been way cool. They did give us bags to put everything back in, though, so have to give them some credit for that. Giving us bags to put everything back in. That's nice. You know. Unfortunately, they didn't give us bags to put the buildings in. And maybe plastic miniatures of the buildings would have been awesome, too. Can I ask for more? Can I ask for more? Because I'm going to ask for more. I'm not satisfied. Now we have the cards. Pre-sleeved cards, that would have been great too. Yeah. Now I'm overstepping my bounds, ain't I? Anyway, let's look at these cards. Steel Clan Strikes, Focus Strikes. Nice art on these cards. Laser Barrage, Fly High, Electrical Defense, Focus Strike. I think these are the bad guy cards. I could be wrong. Checkmate. Oh, check out the checkboard. The checkboard. The chessboard. That's cool. Search Pattern. Steel Clan Strike. Objective Locked. Laser Blast. Schemes with Spin Schemes. Robo Suit Combat. Shadow Research. Contingency Plan. 100 Fury. So this guy right here is oh, this is when you get to activate Cold Stone. That's cool. Flashback. So this is different ways to activate Cold Stone. That's that other gargoyle I was talking about. Can y'all see these? I hope so. Assault Synergy. Tactical Retreat. Cold Fury. So some of these activates Cold Stone. And this one some of these activate Xanatos. Some of these activate Demonic. Targeted Barricade. Lash Out. Sprawling Thoughts. Vengeance. Sorcery. Deception. Biker Gang. Ruckus. Now, activate might not mean it put on the board. It might mean all of them get to do something. That's what it might mean. Wrath, because sometimes activate means basically they get to do whatever it is that they do. Magical Command. Sam Diabo I can't read that. I'm not even going to try. So that's cool. We got more cards here. Remember, always throw your trash away, and if you have any cardboard to recycle, definitely recycle the cardboard. So these are the different players' cards. See, you got the different players based on their based on their colors. Each one has a different card. So this one has climb, dive, hack, nimble, the guard, that's the dog, well, roll, intuition, spy, set a trap, and tinker. So they got some pretty cool cards. Then we'll look at this one. Combo strike, climb, call Bronx. That's the deadgum name of the dog, Bronx. Should have knew it was something to do with New York. Prey, air lunge, reposit, slice. Art on these cards is great and amazing. If you aren't watching just for the art, then I don't know what to tell you. Too old for this. Wisdom of experience. We got this one's cards. Swamp. Climb. Pounce. Surprise. Air stomp. Grapple. Growl. Rescue. Crush. Big heart. Decay or decoy? Decoy. Climb, dodge, directing strike, tail whip, toss, teamwork, motorcycle, planning. I guess these cards work in a way where you reuse them because you'd run out of cards after a while. You probably have a certain amount in your hand and you probably, use those, and based on what these are, those are like what the actions mean, for like how to use the card or whatever. Shred, climb, aerial strike, into the fray, slam, powerful strike, surprise, growl, heroic charge, finishing blow. Then you got hers. Oops. Frenzy that went with the last guy, the red guy. My bad. Attack on the run. Catch a ride. Defensive position. Critical hit. Hurry. Trip. Pinfall. Retreat. Aim. Trustworthy human. Volley. And that was it. That's all the cards. They kind of fit in the box real well. Still haven't showed you everything about the game. I'm going to pause it and build the buildings and then show you the buildings on the map board. Okay, stay tuned. Here's the purple building. Here's the green building. Here you go, the police clock tower red building. This building was the studio building. This building was the multi-floor building. And one little problem I have, look, with 3D buildings is stuff like that happens. But all in all, not bad. Good either, but not bad. Here's the L-shaped building. It's supposed to flip these over where the numbers aren't supposed to be shown. But again, the problem with these cardboard 3D buildings that you build is stuff like that happens. You can try to use tape to fix it or glue. I'd recommend gluing these buildings together. The reason I don't recommend tape, I will tell you why I don't recommend tape. I don't recommend tape because tape, when it tears up, it destroys when it tears off, it like destroys the stuff that it's taped to. So that's why I don't recommend tape at all. I cannot recommend tape. But if you wanted to, you could glue these. Now, if there was some way to kind of laminate them, maybe, or put some kind of film on them and then glue them, that would be better because that way they would get waterproofed of some sort. So if you're going to tape them, which again I don't like, but if you're going to like put some kind of film over them to keep them from waterproof, that would be a little different. But I would recommend that if you're going to do that, that you like just cut plastic film and put it on top of the items that you're going to put and just glue the plastic film onto there with some kind of glue that doesn't see through the plastic film, some kind of invisible glue or whatever. And finally, the Erie building, which is the one that has the castle on top. Now, I think it would be pretty cool to just have a Gargoyles game where you just have the castle. I think they do have one, and as you can see, I made a mistake here by putting the number on the wrong side. So all I gotta do is flip it. So you got the castle. The castle is on top of the building, which kind of probably makes no sense because structurally speaking, don't think a castle, which would weigh a lot, would actually, personally, I'm not sure about it, but from a structural engineering perspective, I don't know if a really strong, heavy castle would fit on top of a modern day building. And again, New York probably has some of the strictest